What's up, people? It's your man Urban Lover once again, back with another segment straight from your mama's basement. Gotta steal me some bread because I'm hungry and I ain't got no money. My EBT card ran out. So if you got any food stamps or any type of cards, can you please email it? Can you please donate? The donate button will be in the corner of your bedroom where your mailbox at, or find any way to get it to me. Whatever you can do. If you got a bird, send a bird. Anyway, I'm gonna talk to you guys real quick about something. I made a video earlier, and this video was basically about the starting five. Now, the crazy thing is, I made these two videos on my cell phone, actually, with a vlog, but for some odd reason, my phone decided to crash on me both times. Said network issues, reload the camera, so I got sick of it. I said, I'll just do it this way. But anyway, so Rondo is starting over Lonzo Ball. Before the Lonzo Ball fans get upset, let's break this down and make sure we understand something here. I said a little bit in the first video, but I'm going to go a little bit more in details of why I think that it's best that Rondo start. The reason why I say Rondo start, there's a lot of reasons. Number one reason is that he will challenge LeBron James when it comes to bringing that ball down and running a certain system. See, Rondo will help Walton run Walton's system. If Lonzo Ball is starting, that means LeBron James will run the LeBron James system. So you got to counteract, as Walton is doing. Walton is playing a chess move. Now, keep in mind, LeBron James also is the one that probably gave Walton the idea, like, listen, go with Rondo instead of Lonzo Ball, because it makes sense, because Rondo is a winner. He won a championship. He's a veteran. He has, he understands the NBA level. And on top of that, you also got to keep in mind what Magic Johnson them said. They want to win now. Even though they say this year is more like we're going to just try to make it. But let's be real. Stockholders don't want to hear that. Stockholders want to hear, what are you doing? Are you producing? Even though the sales, everything will be out of the freaking door, to the point where people will be coming in butt naked because they can't afford the tickets. They're going to be selling Pampers, diapers, doo-doo underwears, and all that, dumpster juice drawer. They're going to be doing whatever they can to get in them door. It's going to be so point that Lonzo Ball going to bring his shoes down his father LeBron gonna bring their shoes down from $500 to $200 just to make sure they can get tickets to get the whole family in. That's how bad it's gonna be. That's how good it's gonna be. Well, not for us poor folks. We're gonna be on the corner panhandling, trying to get those tickets. But anyway, let me get back to the segment. Now, keep in mind, Rondo will challenge LeBron James on that floor. If Lonzo's on that floor, he's not going to challenge LeBron James. LeBron James is an idol to him. Most of them young guys look up to LeBron James. You need somebody to challenge LeBron James. LeBron James loves somebody to challenge him. That's why he loved Dwayne Wade. He loved Kyrie Irving. Even though they might have their little differences and all that, but he still loved Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving just didn't like the idea of being in the shadow. But Kyrie Irving challenged him. Kyrie Irving didn't just allow LeBron James to bring the ball down. Same thing with Rondo. Rondo is much more grimy and grittier than Kyrie Irving. Rondo, if you watch him when he used to be with the Boston Celtics, he used to tell I'll say KCP4, he's on my brain. He used to tell KG, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen to get in no position. You can hear him yelling, just like he was in preseason yelling. That's how he was in Boston. That's why he get Boston so many props in his when he had his little press conference. He said, but besides Boston, LA is another team that that I really look up to and admire, because Boston, he had a big situation in Boston. He could basically go back to some of the things that they did in Boston. But anyway, it makes sense. I know a lot of people say, well, Lonzo still should start. Listen, you got to keep in mind, he's still coming off the injury. So we don't know if Lonzo Ball is 100% yet. So it gives Lonzo Ball enough time to actually, to heal. Because when Rondo's starting, that means Lonzo Ball's on the bench. He's not playing 30. Well, he probably still played 30-something minutes. But, it might not. No, I don't know what Luke Walton. You remember Luke Walton? Remember how he used to do? Remember back before, Luke Walton used to give players 25 minutes. I know a lot of y'all forgot about that. So you never know what Luke Walton is going to play, plan out to do. But anyway, it gives Lonzo Ball enough time to heal. He can sit on the bench and actually learn from Rondo. And I'm not taking them away from Lonzo Ball, because I love Lonzo Ball. Like I said, I'm with the youth movement, but at the same time, it strengthened the second unit. And I'm going to tell y'all why. If y'all notice, when Kyle Kuzma was playing in the preseason, he didn't do too good. He had good games, but there were games where he really had to work for his shots. When Lonzo came back, Kyle Kuzma looked much more pure. He looked more poised. He looked more like in his rhythm, like he really was getting it going. Because with Lonzo Ball, what he brings that Rondo doesn't bring is that up-tempo style of basketball. Not saying that Rondo can't push it, but Lonzo Ball don't push 24/7. As long as they're on the court, they run it. And also on that, Lonzo Ball, he does them outlet passes to Kyle Kuzma, them touchdown passes or whatever you want to call them, them football passes. So Kyle Kuzma is always on the end of that, and that's why Kyle Kuzma is getting a lot of his points up. But with Rondo, you know, and not saying that Rondo won't find him and nothing like that, but it's just that they have a different style of play. Rondo can run the half-court set better than Lonzo Ball. A lot of fans fail to realize that. Lonzo Ball is not a half-court set point guard yet. He's more of an open court point guard where he can go from, you know, from rim to rim, you know, just running. He's not somebody that's going to set you up and get you in the rhythm of, you know, playing with the half-court set. He can learn a lot from Rondo. Now, Rondo can give you a little bit both, but the only difference is that Lonzo, like I said before, is going to be the one that's going to be running up and down the court. What makes sense for the young squad, because most of the people that come on the bench besides Lance Stevenson, I don't really think Michael Beasley's going to get any playing time. He might here and there, but I can see Zavi getting more, whatever, I don't care, Super Z getting more playing time than him, because it makes sense. I will actually play him and Wagner over Zubac. I know I'm a big Zubac fan, but right now Zubac still learning. So, you know, let him develop. You know, he can get some playing time in there, send him down to the D League a little bit, you know, get some more playing time. But it makes sense for that bench. You know, the bench, you can really run that small ball offense. This is where Luke Walton coming at. Because, see, Luke Walton, remember, Luke Walton is still mentally challenging LeBron James. LeBron James, that first five, that's LeBron James' team. So once in a while, LeBron gonna run that system. Even though Luke Walton said that he gonna give edge to LeBron James' system a little bit, gonna tweak it a little bit for him. Let's be real, as a coach, that is a headache for a coach who's trying to run a system that benefit him in the long run. Because remember, the coach's job is on the line, not LeBron James. It's gonna be Luke Walton's coach job on the line. So when Luke Walton bring that second unit that feature Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, Kyle Kuzma, you know, Kyle Kuzma most likely probably play the 4. They probably go with Wagner or go with Super V, and then Lance Stevenson mixed up in there somewhere. A little bit of Michael Beasley. So with that starting five, with that 5 coming off the bench mode, it's going to allow Luke Walton to run his offense the way he want to run it. A lot of passing, a lot of up and down the court, a lot of 3-point shooting, because you got Kyle Kuzma, Lonzo, and Josh Hart, and that's what people fail to realize. That's why it makes sense for them guys to come off the bench instead of starting with LeBron James, because with LeBron James, I think, to a degree, Lonzo Ball become a shell of himself. You know what I'm saying? He's going to play off of LeBron. Like how it was when Isaiah Thomas was here. He's going to play off of LeBron. He's not going to be bringing that ball down all the time. LeBron James going to be bringing that ball down. You know what I mean? So let's keep that in mind. That's why it makes sense for Rondo to start over Lonzo Ball. Now, also keep in mind with that starting 5, like I said before, those guys, if you look at that squad, they only really got one pure shooter in KCP. I know a lot of people might disagree with me, but remember, he shot 30% from the field last year. LeBron James is not somebody who's a spot-up shooter. He got to have the ball in his hand. He got to dribble, put the ball on the floor in order to make that shot. So he's not a catch-and-shoot type of player. Brandon Ingram, same thing. He can catch and shoot. Brandon Ingram and KCP, probably the best 2 catch-and-shoot guys in that starting 5. So it makes sense to go with them squad, because most likely Brandon Ingram is a good ISO player too. He can attack the basket. Remember, he was getting a lot of free throw shots in the preseason. So it makes sense for Brandon and LeBron James, KCP, and Rondo. Rondo is not going to be a big shooter, but you got those 3 guys around him, KCP, Brandon Ingram, and LeBron James, playing in, so that way it free up more opportunity for LeBron James to do what he got to do, with Brandon Ingram playing as the sidekick, and it give Brandon Ingram much more freedom to actually attack the basket, make shots now, because the whole pressure won't be on Brandon Ingram, it will be on LeBron James. Like I said, the bench 5 is coming off the bench. They're going to come in and they're going to give us an uplift, because if you keep in mind, the Lakers bench right now is probably better than a lot of benches in the NBA. And I'm telling you, if you look at the Warriors bench this season coming up, they don't really have a strong bench. They might have some good quality players, but they're not strong like they was the best previous season. Their starting 5 is where it's at. You know, so if you keep in mind, the Lakers bench can outplay a lot of these players, because that bench is a starting 5. And that's what people fail to realize. You know, it's not about who start. It's about who gets the minute, who's going to be in there at the crucial time. You can start, you know what I mean, and still don't mean that you're going to finish the game. If the bench is outplaying the starting 5, most likely they're going to add LeBron James in there, and they're going to continue running while the other guys sit down on the bench. So LeBron James will be featured in that second unit, which makes sense as well. But I'm hoping LeBron plays the 5. That way, Kyle Kuzma don't play the 5 and get damaged, because remember, preseason is different than the regular season. Regular season, you can be playing against some big dudes that are going to be knocking you around. This is where LeBron James should play the 5. Because if LeBron James play the 5, that means Lonzo Ball can still bring the ball down, or whoever come off the, when the ball come off the rim, he can still run it like Julius Randle used to do it. Attack the basket. He will be much more aggressive. People gonna get out his way. He's gonna go for layups and stuff like that, or he can pass it out. But there's a lot of things that we can do with this squad. So I'm liking the idea of Lonzo Ball coming off the bench, because I didn't really like him starting with LeBron James right now at this precise moment, only because he's still learning. And keep in mind, Lonzo Ball is not an alpha male at this particular time. How we know? Because his father did all the talking, not Lonzo Ball. So it makes sense for him to come off the bench and play with Kyle Kuzma and Josh Hart, because that way them guys can really get the game going. That's going to be the excitement. Now, it isn't like, okay, well, LeBron James got to play 40 minutes and all that, tagging for 48 minutes, don't come out the game. No, with that bench, it allowed Lou Walton to coach that bench the way he want to coach it, and that way they can come in and do what they want to do. So that's my take on it, that it makes sense. Like I said, it gives Lonzo Ball a couple things. He can heal, because we don't know if he's 100%. Remember, he was going in and out the lineup last year because of injuries. So he can heal. He can learn from Rondo. He can watch Rondo and LeBron James. He can learn, because remember, most of these young players that's coming into the league don't have a veteran superstar or a mentor to help them develop. That's the reason why you see a lot of these young players go to teams and it take them a long period of time to actually develop, or become a contender when it comes to the playoff and stuff like that, because they need some veteran leadership or a good coach. So right now, like I said, I'm not knocking Luke Walton. I'm still on the fence with him, because I'm still watching. I'm trying to see what the Lakers going to do. I'm hoping that, nothing transpire from this. I'm just hoping that the Lakers come out and just play their game. But it's going to be fun to watch this season, guys. It's really going to be fun. And just keep in mind, don't be upset that Lonzo Ball come to the bench, because it's not really about who comes on the bench. It's about who's going to be in during a crucial time. That's my only problem with Luke Walton is time management. But with LeBron James there, he will help out with the time management. I'm just hoping that, keep in mind, he might have some of the veterans in, because if you watch the Cleveland games, when Jordan Clarkson them got there, a lot of them guys wasn't getting on the floor. Rodney Hood wasn't getting on the floor. They put J.R. Smith in then Rodney Hood. Kyle Korver, you didn't see Jordan Clarkson hardly out there. But you see a lot of Larry Nance, because Larry Nance is physical. That's what LeBron James looking for, physical players, to grab, rebound, play defense, so he can do the LeBron James system. So that's why if you look at the squad, the starting five, it makes sense. That's why I'm kind of happy that Brandon Ingram is one of them guys that's going to stand around and watch LeBron James do LeBron James. When he get the ball, Brandon Ingram going to be like, here, LeBron, do your thing and I'm going to watch. No, he's going to get out there and actually produce as well. Rondo's going to challenge him. So it makes sense to have that starting five, to play along with LeBron James. Instead of having Lonzo Ball there. Lonzo Ball makes better come off the bench. It's nothing against Lonzo, but it makes sense for him to play. Anyway, it's your man Urban Lover. Like, share, subscribe. Get in the comment section. Tell them what you think. Y'all guys have a blessed one. Don't be upset. Take care. And as always, be safe out there.